Well, it has definitely been a while. Gosh, it feels good to be back here. It feels a little awkward, I have to admit. It's kind of staring into the camera and wondering who's out there, who's listening, who's catching up, who's been following. I'm excited to be back again. I really am. And I'm looking forward to sharing some thoughts for the future, share a little bit about where I've been, where I'd like to go, but more importantly, where I hope that we can all go together. So if you've just landed on this channel, my name is Dale Lynn, and I'm recreating my previous channel of Beauty in the Empty Nest to be Lifestyling with Dale Lynn. And I hope that you're here and you're excited to be able to also join in this community and carve out our future journey together. If you're interested in learning out more, just keep watching. And some of you may know me as Dale from Beauty in the Empty Nest. On this channel, I am relaunching now in an improvement cycle to see how we can adjust what we do together, our content, to keep it based on the needs that we want of the whole group. So our overall focus, my thoughts will be to get better, to grow, and to find what makes you smile, feel complete, or just want to get out of bed each morning. Since this is going to look a little different for each person, I thought that we could cover as many different things and different topics as we like and see what works for all of us, see what things you identify with. So if you're joining for the first time, welcome again. Please subscribe, do all those things of hitting the bell for notifications. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if any of this content kind of jives with you, makes you smile, makes you maybe even think a little bit differently, or if you find some value in this time together. So with that, let's get chatting. So for those of you who've been loyal members of this community, you may have wondered where I've been. And the short end is that I was in that typical zone of being pulled in so many different directions with work, with family, 2 moves in our life, and just the general kind of life stuff that I realized was keeping me from putting my best efforts and really allocating the amount of quality time I wanted to for this channel. So I took a break. Rather than keep going halfway, I took a break, and it ended up being a lot longer than I would have envisioned, but all's good. And now we are back together again. So the goals for now, from here onward, I would love for all of us to collaboratively create this space in this community. What works? What makes everyone happy? What do you want to learn about? What do you want to think about? What do you want to not think about but watch something? What mindless kind of content also would be helpful for you? So what I'd like you to do is to talk about, chat about, dig into, see what you think. So I'm going to launch this community again now with some sample thoughts, but let me know what you think, where you all want to go. So let's kind of grow together with this. Add some comments and thoughts, of course, in positive, creative, and respectful manners, of course. But I'd like you to share some ideas, ways to think about inside and outside what makes us happy, what makes you feel good about yourself. Is it some things like a special hobby? Is it something that you like to kind of do for yourself, those moments to treat yourself? So is it things like we can play around and explore some different hobbies, some different things that you've never thought about? I would love to be able to try and explore some new hobbies because I have very few. Or is it more of the outward beauty like we used to do in Beauty in the Empty Nest? Is it something that you want me to be looking in some beauty products, to review some things, to think about home decorating? Again, think about that. That's kind of one of those fun things that, you sit down in a room and it feels right for you, and that kind of gives you that inner peace. Even down to things about vlogs for the day in the life. And again, this would be kind of one of those day in the life of a typical person or an empty nester. So it might be one of those things where it'd be interesting or not, I'm not sure, to see. How about also just some things I was thinking, as I'm relaunching this channel, maybe share some content related to YouTube. So for example, any of you have a YouTube channel? Have you started one? Are you well within one? Have you just always been toying around with that idea? I thought maybe I can make it really transparent, my process for coming back, what I'm actually doing, purposefully doing, what I'm going to learn from that. And over the previous years, I had learned a couple tricks that I was using. So I'm going to go back and play with those, and maybe I'll find some slightly different ways. So I thought that was another content area that I'm going to really kind of dig into as well too. See how that goes with the whole community, and maybe it will spark some of you into thinking about whether that's something you want to do as well, or vice versa. Maybe that's something that you can lean into the community about. Think about that. We're relaunching our community. Comment below to start this talking again. I'm so excited to have these conversations again, even if they're chats, even if they're going back and forth, the idea of having that energy flowing again. And as promised, I'm going to think about how we can make this as a kind of collaborative, co-creative piece there. So keep giving me thoughts, ideas, whether it's even travel vlogs. Think about the things that would be important for you and you think would be good content for us. And as I upload, please let me know what you think is. Maybe I'll talk about some comments on some books I'm reading, some podcasts, maybe a new exercise app, maybe a new recipe. I just did try a recipe for air fried zucchini, which was good, but I think I can make it better, right? Talk about some new hobby. I'm gonna start trying to learn to play the piano again. What would you like? Let's see what sparks your thoughts. And I am so excited to be back. I am so looking forward to reconnecting with some old friends, connecting with some new friends, and taking this journey forward together. So go ahead, comment below, let me know your thoughts. And I am looking forward to all this, friends.